glued to the TV way before binge watching was even a thing.
Oh, yeah. No internet spoilers back then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For a whole generation, I bet that answer is Power Rangers. It's where a lot of us first got hooked on these huge unfolding sagas.
It really was this massive pop culture moment, wasn't it? A global thing. And today, we're zeroing in not just on Power Rangers generally, but specifically what fans call the Zordon era.
Right. That's the core story, the foundation that kicked everything off and ran for, 6 interconnected seasons? It was huge.
Absolutely.
So our mission for you today is basically to unpack that whole narrative. We'll look at the key characters, the wild transformations they went through, and trace that big story arc. It starts in Angel Grove.
A sleepy little town.
And ends up way out in space.
Yeah.
Think of this as your shortcut, your guide to understanding Zordon's whole journey with these teenagers. We've dug through a lot of material for this.
A real treasure trove.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Angel Grove. Looks peaceful, right?
Deceptively so.
Totally. The whole thing starts with this incredible mistake. 2 astronauts, they're on the moon.
Just doing their job.
And they stumble across this weird dumpster thing, an extraterrestrial dumpster.
Yeah.
And, well, curiosity.
Gets the better of them. Always does.
They open it. And boom, out comes Rita Repulsa, this evil alien sorceress, and all her minions, after 10,000 years trapped inside.
And that accidental release, it's not just a plot point, right? It sets the whole tone. It's chaos unleashed by, well, us, humans being curious.
Yeah, kind of grounds it.
It does. And it forces Zordon's hand. He's the one who trapped her originally. Now she's out, and her first target is obvious. Earth. So Zordon needs a countermeasure fast.
And at desperation, that leads straight to Zordon making the call. You know, Zordon, the big floating head.
The wise sage trapped in a time warp.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, him. And his robot helper, Alpha 5. They need a team. And the criteria.
Teenagers with attitude.
The famous line. And they find them. Jason Lee Scott, the Red Ranger. Kimberly Hart, pink. Zach Taylor, black. Trini Kwan, yellow. And Billy Cranston, blue. The original 5.
And Zordon doesn't just give them cool suits, he gives them power. They become this, like, superhuman fighting force.
With awesome weapons.
And a whole arsenal. And the Zords, the dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus, Pterodactyl, Mastodon.
Saber-toothed tiger, Triceratops. So iconic.
And they combine, of course, into the Megazord. That giant robot was instantly recognizable. It was the symbol of their power, their teamwork.
Okay, so early on, Rita's trying to take over Earth.
Yeah.
But the Rangers, they keep stopping her.
Right, pretty consistently, yeah. But she's persistent.
So she tries something different, more personal. She decides to make her own Ranger.
Which is a brilliant move, narratively.
Totally. She kidnaps this local kid, Tommy Oliver. Turns out he's got fighting skills that are, like, on par with Jason's.
Yeah, a real threat.
She brainwashes him, and boom, you've got the Green Ranger.
And this is where it gets really intense. Tommy, under Rita's spell, he gets the Sword of Darkness.
Which isn't just a weapon.
No, it's the source of her control. And he comes so close to beating the Rangers, sabotages the command center, drains the Megazord's power.
Imagine watching that week to week. The hero suddenly turned evil.
Oh, absolutely. It was a huge shock. The betrayal aspect was key. He wasn't just some monster, he was one of them.
So how do they beat him?
Well, Alpha 5 manages to get Zordon back online, basically. Zordon revives the Megazord. Then Jason has to fight Tommy one-on-one.
The leader versus the new threat.
Exactly. Jason wins, destroys the Sword of Darkness, breaks the spell.
And Tommy.
What's great is, once he's free, he chooses. He decides to use the Green Ranger powers for good.
Redemption arc, starting early.
Instantly. And his Zord, the Dragon Zord, gets reconfigured to help the others. It becomes part of the team. He became a massive fan favorite right then.
But Rita doesn't give up on him, does she? She's obsessed.
Relentless. Her focus shifts. Now it's about getting rid of Tommy, or at least getting those Green Ranger powers back.
Right, the green candle.
Exactly. A magic candle that slowly drains his power. The goal is for Rita to reclaim it when it burns out.
But Tommy stops her.
He does. He loses his powers, yes. But in a final act, just before they're totally gone, he transfers the remaining energy to Jason to keep it out of Rita's hands.
Wow. Okay, and all this is happening while, life goes on in Angel Grove. We still have Bulk and Skull.
Ah, Bulk and Skull, the comic relief, but they kind of grow on you.
They do. And Ernie at the youth center, Mr. Kaplan, Mrs. Appleby. The everyday world keeps turning.
Which makes the Ranger stuff feel even bigger somehow. Okay, so moving into season 2, the stakes get way higher.
Oh yeah. Lord Zed arrives.
Rita's boss. And he is not happy with her performance.
Understatement. He shows up, takes one look, and basically throws her back in a space dumpster. Calls her a failure. It's brutal.
And immediately, you know Zed is a much bigger threat. The Rangers feel it too. They realize their current powers, the dinosaurs, probably not going to cut it against this guy.
They need an upgrade. Badly.
And Zordon and Alpha deliver. But there's a catch. They create the Thunder Zords. Much stronger, combined into the Thunder Megazord.
Nice.
But Tommy, his Green Ranger powers are still fading from the whole candle thing. He can't handle the upgrade yet. He has to stick with the Dragon Zord.
Oof. That's gotta sting. And it shows his time as Green Ranger is really limited now.
Exactly. It highlights that theme too, right? Constant escalation. New threats mean new powers are needed. It's an arms race.
So Zed focuses on Tommy now, since he's the weak link, power-wise.
Precisely. He wants him gone. He uses this thing called the green crystal to drain Tommy's remaining power completely. And he even uses that stolen energy to power up his own team, the Dark Rangers. It don't last long, but it's a real low point for Tommy. Well, Zordon and Alpha, they've been working on something secret. Just when things look bleakest for Tommy, they reveal the new White Ranger this time. It's Tommy, back in action, new suit, new Zord the Tiger Zord, and he's not just back, he's the new leader, replacing Jason.
Oh, okay. That's a major shift.
Huge. And Zordon explicitly says this new power cannot be controlled or taken by the forces of evil. It feels more stable, more permanent.
Things looking up. But then, another big change happens, right? The first real cast change.
Yeah, this is massive for the fans. During some ninja competition thing in Angel Grove.
Right, the Team Ninja trial.
Yeah, the Rangers meet 3 new kids from Stone Canyon. Rocky DeSantis, Adam Park, and Aisha Henry. Really talented team.
And they find out the Rangers' identity.
They do, accidentally.
Sure.
And it just so happens that Jason, Zach, and Trini get selected to go to this World Peace Conference in Switzerland.
Convenient time.
So Zordon needs replacement. After a big quest involving Sword of Light and Zed chasing them in the giant sword, Serpentera
Which is terrifying.
from Norman. After all that, Zordon chooses Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. They become the new red, black, and yellow Rangers.
Wow. End of an era with the original trio.
Definitely. And just when you think the villain dynamic is settled, Rita comes back. Gets a bit of a makeover, apparently, and uses a love potion on Zed.
No way.
Yes way. They get married, creating this combined, sometimes kind of goofy, but definitely dangerous new threat level.
Zed and Rita team up.
Oh,
Then season 3 hits, and it gets even crazier.
oh yeah. Rita's brother arrives. Rito Revolto. He's a skeleton.
Just casually, her brother's a skeleton warrior.
Pretty much. And he makes an entrance. He destroys the Thunder Zords and the Tiger Zord. And if that wasn't enough, he even destroys the original dinosaurs that were maybe in storage or something.
No way, he wiped out every...
And damages the power coins themselves. Bad. This isn't just needing an upgrade, this is a full-blown crisis. Their power source is fundamentally broken.
Okay, now what do?
They have to go on another quest. This time, to find Ninja. He's supposedly the ancient being who created the original power coins.
Source.
Exactly. They find him, prove themselves worthy, and he grants them new powers. Ninja power coin.
Ninja Rangers. I remember this.
Yep. Comes with new ninja swords, and Tommy gets the Falcon sword. It's a cool evolution, showing they can overcome even losing their core power.
Okay, new powers. But new challenges too, right? We meet Catherine.
Captain Miller, yeah. Australian girl. Moved to town, but surprised she's under Rita's spell initially.
Seems to be a theme.
Rita's go-to move. Catherine even turns into this cat-like monster sometimes, and she steals Kimberly's pink power coin.
Which weakens Kimberly a lot.
Severely. Around this time, the Rangers also get access to the Shogun Sword. Super powerful, but they first have to trick Zed. They pretend they'll use them for evil before turning them against him.
Classic Ranger move.
But Catherine, she eventually breaks free from Rita's spell. She feels terrible, returns the coin.
Redemption arc number 2.
Exactly. And later, when Kimberly gets this opportunity to train for the Pan Global Games, her big gymnastics dream, Catherine steps up and becomes the new Pink Ranger.
Nice journey for her. Okay, villains. Any more family showing up?
Oh, you bet. Rita and Rita's father arrives. Master File.
Master File. Okay, sounds pleasant.
He's even worse than Zed, supposedly, and his big move. It's devastating. He uses a powerful artifact, the Orb of Doom, to reverse time on Earth.
Reverse time. What does that do to the Rangers?
He turns them into kids.
Powerless children.
Oh my god. Talk about a cliffhanger.
The biggest one yet. It completely upends everything and leads directly into the Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers miniseries, which then bridges into the next full season.
Power Rangers Zeo.
Exactly, the Zeo era begins.
Okay, so the command center's gone, the Rangers are kids. How did they even start Zeo?
Well, the Alien Rangers help restore time, but the command center is still rubble. But amidst that rubble, they find something crucial.
The Zeo Crystal.
The Zeo Crystal. They'd gathered its fragments before, now it's whole. It guides the powerless Rangers now back to their normal ages to a hidden underground location.
The power chamber.
The power chamber. And guess who's there?
Zordon and Alpha 5. They survived. They did. And they were prepared. The Zeo Crystal becomes the source of their new powers. They transform into the Zeo Rangers.
New suits, new powers. Who's who now?
Tommy stays leader, becomes Zeo Ranger V Red. Adam is green, Zeo Ranger the 4th. Rocky takes blue, Zeo Ranger the 3rd. Catherine is pink, Zeo Ranger the 1st. And Tanya Sloan, a girl they met during the time shift adventure, she becomes yellow, Zeo Ranger the 2nd.
A whole new lineup, almost. And this was a big deal, right? The first time the suits totally changed year to year.
Huge deal. It marked the show fully embracing the Super Sentai tradition of annual changes, adapting the look from the Japanese source material each year. It signified a fresh start.
What about Billy, the last original?
Billy makes a choice. He's been a Ranger the longest, seen it all. He decides not to take a Zeo power. Instead, he steps back from fighting and becomes their technical advisor. Stays in the power chamber, helps Zordon and Alpha.
Smart move for Billy.
Suits him, totally. It showed his growth. Okay, new Rangers need new villains. Rita and Zed are kind of sidelined for now.
Yeah, what happened to them?
They get chased off by the arrival of the Machine Empire.
Oh, the new big bads.
Yep, led by King Mondo, Queen Makina, and their son, Prince Sprocket. They're this robotic royal family aiming for galactic conquest. So formidable, Rita and Zed actually flee.
Wow, they scared off Zed and Rita. Okay, these guys are serious.
Very serious, and in a really funny twist, Rito and Goldar get left behind during the escape. And they get amnesia.
Seriously.
Seriously. And guess who finds them?
Oh no, Bulk and Skull.
Bulk and Skull, who, by the way, have moved on from the Junior Police Patrol and are now private detectives working with Lieutenant Stone.
Their careers just keep getting weirder.
And now they have Rito and Goldar with no memory as their butlers. It's wild.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the fighting. The Machine Empire must be tough.
They are. The Zeo Rangers are holding their own, but then a new player arrives. A mysterious...
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fake.
Well, at first, nobody knows. He just shows up, helps out, has this awesome pyramid-shaped sword, Tyrannosaurus. Then we find out he's Trey, an alien lord from the planet Tricteria. But there's a complication. Trey needs to transfer his powers temporarily because, well, he's actually 3 beings merged into one, and they're splitting apart. I think it's time to heal. Exactly. A worthy warrior. And guess who we choose? Yep. Jason Lee Scott. The original Red Ranger makes his return as the temporary sword.
Yes, that must have blown fans.
Oh, it was huge. Massive applause moment. And his return coincides with the Rangers getting the Super Zeo MORPHIN.
What happened to Billy? He's still around, right?
He is, but remember how Master Vile messed with time during Billy and started aging rapidly? Yeah, he gets bad fast. The only cures on the planet Avatar where the alien Rangers live. So Billy has to leave Earth for Tree. It's a sad farewell for the last original Ranger on Earth.
Does Jason keep the Gold Ranger powers?
No, turns out the powers aren't stable. Jason starts losing them, gets injured. Trey eventually recovers, merges back to one piece, and takes the Gold Ranger powers back.
A temporary return.
Yeah.
It's still cool. What about Rita and Zed? They go.
Not quite. They can't resist getting revenge. They managed to send the Machine Empire leaders this guy's a peace offering. It's a bomb. It cripples King Mondo and King Makina for a while, and the classic Rita and Zed move.
Never count them out. Okay, so that wraps up Zeo. What's next? The finale approaches.
It does. Power Rangers Turbo.
All right, Power Rangers Turbo. This one starts with a movie, right? Turbo.
Yeah.
Power Rangers movie.
It does, and it introduces a pretty unique concept right away. Justin Stewart.
The Kid Ranger.
Yep, a 12-year-old kid who finds out the Rangers' identities and, due to circumstances, ends up becoming the Blue Turbo Ranger.
But he grows when he morphs.
Right. He does, yeah. Morphs into an adult size, which is convenient.
Very. So big changes this season, too.
Huge changes. Zordon and Alpha 5 announced they're leaving. going back to Zordon's home planet, Eltar.
Wow. After all this time.
Yeah, they feel their work on Earth is done, I guess. They leave Demetria, a new mentor figure, and Alpha 6 in charge.
And the team. Does the Zeo team stick around?
Not for long. Tommy, Adam, Tanya, and Catherine decide it's time to move on with their lives, pass the torch.
Another changing of the guard.
The biggest one yet, mid-season. They choose 4 new teenagers. TJ Johnson becomes the Red Ranger, Carlos Villort Green, Ashley Hammond Yellow, and Cassie Chen Pink. Justin stays on as Blue.
So almost a completely new team again.
Pretty much, and things get serious fast. The Blue Centurion arrives from the future.
A robot cop.
Basically, yeah. With a dire warning, in the future, all the major villains, Zed, Rita, the Machine Empire, and the main turbo villain Divatox form an alliance and conquer the universe.
Yikes. That sounds bad.
It gets worse. The Rangers suffer major losses. Divatox, the space pirate villain of this season, manages to destroy both the Turbo Megazord and the newer Rescue Megazords.
They lose their Zords again.
And then, the ultimate blow. Divatox finds the location of the power chamber.
Not again.
And destroys it completely.
Oh, man. So, no command center, no power chamber. Are they powerless? Where do they go?
Powerless, mentor gone, base destroyed. It's the lowest point they've ever reached. They have no choice. They have to leave Earth. Divatox is one, for now.
Where do they go?
Into space. They get a shuttle, hoping to find Zordon, maybe get help from Eltar. Justin, being younger, decides to stay behind on Earth with his dad.
Wow. So the remaining 4 just blast off into the unknown.
Pretty much. It's a desperate move, and it leads directly into the final season of the Zordon era.
Power Rangers in space.
And in space picks up right where Turbo left off. That cliffhanger was intense. The former Turbo Rangers are adrift, searching for Zordon.
And what's happened to Zordon?
Bad news. He's been captured by the ultimate evil, the grand monarch of villains, Dark Spectre.
Dark Spectre, even bigger than Zed and Rita.
Way bigger. He leads the United Alliance of Evil that the Blue Centurion warned about. And he's got Zordon trapped in this energy tube, slowly draining his powers.
That's correct. So how do our 4 Earth Rangers fit into this cosmic war?
They literally bump into help. They're beamed aboard the Astro Megaship, the spacecraft of Andros.
Andro.
He's the Red Space Ranger from another planet called KO-35. He's been fighting Dark Spectre's forces alone for a while.
So they team up.
Exactly. Andros gives TJ, Carlos, Ashley, and Cassie new powers. They become the Space Rangers using astromorphers. The Astro Megaship itself can transform into the Astro Megazord.
A whole new dynamic. Fighting in space now. Who's the main villain they face week to week?
That would be Astronema, the Princess of Evil. She's Dark Spectre's second in command, leading the attacks, but she also has this personal quest. She's searching for her long-lost brother.
Ah, bit of mystery there.
Definitely. And throughout the season, they get help from some surprising allies.
Like who?
Well, there's that famous crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wait, really? The Ninja Turtles?
Yep. They team up for an episode. There's also the Phantom Ranger from Turbo, who shows up again, and Zane, Andros' best friend, and the Silver Space Ranger, who wakes up from cryosleep.
A growing army of good. What about Bulk and Skull? Surely they didn't make it to space.
They stayed on Earth, but they got involved in the alien hunt. They started assisting this eccentric scientist, Professor Phenomenus, in his search for extraterrestrial life. Still providing comic relief, even during a galactic war.
Some things never change. Okay, Astronema's search for her brother. Does that lead anywhere?
It leads to this season's biggest twist. Andros discovers that Astronema is actually Corone,
No.
his long-lost sister. She was kidnapped as a child by one of Dark Spectre's generals, Darkonda, and raised by the villain Ecliptor to become Astronema.
That's heartbreaking. Does she find out?
She does. And for a while, she actually defects. She joins the Rangers, tries to embrace being Corone again. It's a really emotional arc.
But it doesn't last.
Tragically, no. She gets recaptured, and Dark Spectre forcibly reprograms her, making her even more ruthless than before. Wipes her memory of being Corone.
Oh, that's rough. Especially for Andros.
Devastating. And as the reprogrammed, colder Astronema, she unleashes one of their most dangerous weapons. The Psycho Rangers.
Psycho Rangers. Evil Power Rangers.
Exactly. A team designed to hunt and destroy the Space Rangers. They're incredibly powerful, obsessed with their counterparts, and there's a secret. Their power actually drains Dark Spectre himself whenever they fight. A risky gambit by Astronema.
Wow. Okay, this is all building to something huge, isn't it?
It's building to the grand finale of the entire Zordon era. The 2-part episode, Countdown to Destruction.
Countdown to Destruction. Sounds final. What happens?
It's the climax. Dark Spectre orders a massive universe-wide assault. Every planet, every ally we've seen, the Alien Rangers on Aquitar, the Gold Ranger Trey on Triforia, the Phantom Ranger, the Blue Centurion, they're all attacked simultaneously and overwhelmed.
The forces of good are falling everywhere.
Pretty much. Hope seems lost. Then, in a moment of pure villainous treachery, Darkonda attacks Dark Spectre, trying to usurp his power.
Does he succeed?
He manages to kill Dark Spectre, but gets destroyed himself in the process, which leads
Astronema, as the supreme ruler.
Astronema, now the self-proclaimed Queen of Evil. She leads the final assault on Earth. The Rangers are cornered, fighting alongside ordinary citizens. Even Bulk and Skull are trying to rally people.
It all comes down to this.
And Andros manages to sneak aboard Astronema's dark fortress. He confronts Zordon, still trapped in the energy tube. And Zordon gives him an impossible choice.
What choice?
Zordon tells Andros that his life force is the only thing pure enough to destroy all evil in the universe if released. But to release it, Andros has to shatter the energy tube.
Killing Zordon.
Killing Zordon. Zordon is asking Andros to sacrifice him to save everyone else.
Oh man, that's heavy. What does Andros do? He's fighting his own sister, essentially, and now Zordon asks this.
It's agonizing. He pleads for another way, but there isn't one. He sees his friends falling, the universe on the brink, and he does it. He shatters the tube.
Wow. And the effect. What happens when the energy wave hits?
It's instantaneous and universal. Zordon's good energy washes over everything. All the foot soldiers, the monsters, they just dissolve into dust.
Oh.
And the major villains, Rita, Zed, Divatox, the wave hits them and the evil is purged. They're turned human, stripped of their powers and evil nature.
Human. Zed and Rita are just people now.
Apparently so. Astronema too. The wave hits her, the reprogramming breaks, and she's Crone again. Just Crone. The Clipter, her loyal guardian who raised her, tragically shields her from some attack just before the wave hits, and he's destroyed. But Crone survives, human.
So the evil is gone. The universe is saved.
The universe is saved. Zordon is gone, but his sacrifice worked. Andros finds Crone, alive and herself again. The Space Rangers, Andros, Zane, Crone, they return to Earth. The war is finally over.
A truly epic conclusion. That brings the whole Zordon era, 6 seasons of story, full circle.
Absolutely. And you look back. Starting in '93 with Mighty Morphin, it wasn't just a show, it was a phenomenon. Adapting that Super Sentai footage, Zyuranger, Derringer, Cockeranger, and mixing it with the American high school drama, it just clicked.
And the toys. Oh my god, the merchandise was everywhere.
Everywhere. It defined a generation's playground. But beyond the toys, that Zordon era really built the foundation. Teamwork, courage, dealing with change, escalating threats.
Yeah, it set the template. And even though later seasons like, say, Lost Galaxy went off in new directions, they were still technically in the same universe, right?
Fundamentally, yes. And characters kept coming back. Tommy Oliver especially became this legacy character, appearing in multiple later seasons. It shows how vital that original era was.
We also got those movies back then. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The movie.
Ninjetti. Ivan Ooze.
Exactly. And Turbo. A Power Rangers movie. And the franchise just keeps going. There's that reboot movie in 2017.
A different take. And there's another one supposedly in development now, too.
And just recently, for the 30th anniversary, Netflix did that special Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Once and always.
Yeah, bringing back some of the original cast members like David Yost and Walter Jones, and introducing Crinny's daughter, Min. It really tapped into that nostalgia for the Zordon era.
It really did. So just to recap the whole journey we've covered.
Okay, deep breath. We started with Rita's accidental release, Zordon forming the team, the Dinosaurs.
Then Tommy's arrival as the evil Green Ranger, his redemption, the power transfer.
Lord Zed showing up, the Thunder Zords, Tommy becoming the White Ranger leader.
The first big cast change, Rocky, Adam, Aisha replacing Jason, Zach, Trini.
Rita's return, marrying Zed, Rita Revolto destroying all the Zords.
Leading to the ninja powers, Catherine joining, replacing Kimberly.
Master Vile turning them into kids.
Ooh. Then the Zeo Crystal, new powers. Billy becoming tech support.
The Machine Empire arriving, Rita and Zed running away, Rito and Goldar becoming butlers.
The Mystery Gold Ranger, Jason's return, Billy aging and leaving.
Rita and Zed's comeback bomb, then Turbo, Justin the Kid Ranger, Zordon leaving.
The second major cast change, TJ, Carlos, Ashley, Cassie.
Blue Centurion's warning, Zords destroyed, power chamber obliterated.
Forcing them into space. Meeting Andros, becoming Space Rangers.
Astronema revealed as Corone, her recapture, the Psycho Rangers.
And finally, countdown to destruction. Dark Spectre's defeat, Zordon's sacrifice, the energy wave cleansing the universe, and Corone restored.
Wow, saying it all like that, it really was an epic. 6 seasons, tightly connected.
It really was. So we hope this deep dive has given you a solid handle on that whole complex, amazing story, the way the characters, the powers, the villains just kept evolving over those foundational years.
It was quite a ride.
Definitely. And it leaves you thinking, right, with all those constant changes, all those escalating threats they faced, what do you think was the most critical thing that let them keep winning? Beyond just, having cool Zords and powers.
That's a good question. Was it teamwork? Resilience? Zordon's guidance even from afar?
Or maybe, if you had to pick just one character whose journey really sums up the whole Zordon era, from beginning to end, highs and lows, whose story would that be and why? Lots to chew on there.